This is Plant-Based Briefing, 11 Banned Foods Americans Should Stop Eating, Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm Marian Erickson, and this is the curated content plant-based podcast where I narrate articles with permission on plant-based and vegan topics in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. And today's article is longer than that, so it's a two-parter. Jump back and listen to Part 1 yesterday, and then come back today for Part 2. Now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. 11 Banned Foods Americans Should Stop Eating, Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. Banned ingredients number 4, BHA and BHT. BHA and BHT are popular man-made antioxidants used in dry mixes, cereals, and dehydrated potato products to preserve them and increase shelf life. They're also found in product packaging. These are possible carcinogens and endocrine disruptors, meaning that they can alter the normal function of your hormones and lead to disease. BHA and BHT are banned for use in food and beverages by the United Kingdom, European Union, Japan, and other countries. Banned ingredients number 5, synthetic food dyes. Food manufacturers use synthetic food dyes such as Blue 2, Yellow 5, and Red 40 to enhance the color of certain foods and ingredients to make them more appealing to consumers. Some foods that contain food dyes include beverages like juices, sports drinks and sodas, candy, and glazes used in baked goods and sweets. They're even used in silly things like making mustard more yellow, salmon more pink, and jarred pickles the perfect shade of yellow-green. And don't even get me started on maraschino cherries. Research has linked consumption of synthetic dyes to an increased risk for numerous conditions, like tumors and hyperactivity in children. What's even more infuriating is that the U.S. used to use natural food dyes until the mid-19th century, but then food manufacturers realized it was much cheaper to use chemicals, which turned food even brighter colors. Synthetic food dyes are banned in Europe and Australia, where more natural coloring compounds are used. For example, in most of the world, Fanta contains actual fruit juice and is dyed naturally, but Americans enjoy Fanta colored with petroleum-derived artificial dyes like Red 40 and Yellow 6. Banned ingredients number 6, GMOs. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, have been around since the 1980s, but they've become a controversial topic, and for good reason. While they're widespread in the U.S., with most U.S. soy, sugar beets, corn, canola, cotton, and alfalfa being GMO crops, many European countries have banned or regulated them due to public safety concerns. One common genetic manipulation involves altering DNA in certain crops to make them resistant to herbicides. One of the most common herbicides used in conjunction with these GMOs is glyphosate, the primary active ingredient in the weed killer Roundup. Glyphosate consumption is linked to cancer. In fact, several people have won cases that allege glyphosate caused their cancer. Bayer, the manufacturer of Roundup, is currently fighting cancer lawsuits that involve over 13,000 people. As of June 2019, there were bans or major restrictions on the use of glyphosate in Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Czech Republic, Denmark, El Salvador, France, Germany, Greece, India, Italy, Luxembourg, Malta, Netherlands, New Zealand, Portugal, Scotland, Slovenia, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Switzerland, Thailand, and the United Kingdom. Banned ingredients number 7, roxarsone. The arsenic-based drug roxarsone was routinely used in chicken in the U.S. until July 2011, when Pfizer decided to stop selling it. However, there is no actual ban on the use of arsenic in the raising of chickens for food. Roxarsone was used to increase the pink coloring of raw chicken meat, to speed the growth of the birds before slaughter, and to prevent parasites in the chicken's stomach. Research shows chronic exposure to arsenic can lead to anemia, skin lesions, kidney damage. It can also increase the risk for certain cancers, miscarriage, and birth defects. The European Union banned the use of arsenic-based drugs, while many chicken products in the U.S. still contain it. Banned ingredients number 8, ractopamine. In the U.S., ractopamine is a muscle enhancer for pigs, cows, and turkeys. And, like other harmful substances used in the raising of animals, it doesn't just go away when the animal is slaughtered. Some of it is still left in the meat you buy. Ractopamine is banned in 122 countries, including Russia, mainland China, Taiwan, and many countries across Europe. This is because it's been linked to reproductive and cardiovascular damage in humans, as well as chromosomal and behavioral changes. Banned ingredients number 9, herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides. Herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides are widely used on crops in the U.S. food system to keep them free of bugs and diseases. Meanwhile, other countries see and act on the danger they pose to humans. Of the 374 active ingredients authorized for agricultural use in the U.S. in 2016, the European Union banned 72 of them. Wow. Banned ingredients number 10, Olestra. Olestra, or Olean, is a cholesterol-free fat substitute created by Procter & Gamble. The FDA approved it for use in foods in the 1990s, and it's still used in certain potato chips and French fries. But Olestra may cause extremely unpleasant digestive reactions like diarrhea and leaky bowels. Consuming a lot of it can also lead to deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, as well as carotenoids. Both Canada and the United Kingdom have banned the ingredient. Banned ingredients number 11, synthetic hormones. Synthetic hormones such as RBGH and RBST are widely used in the U.S. dairy industry. The primary reason for this is to increase milk production in dairy cows. However, RBGH increases IGF-1 levels in humans and may increase the risk of developing cancer. Additionally, cows treated with RBGH are more likely to develop mastitis, an udder infection, requiring treatment with antibiotics. Canada, the EU, and other countries have banned these compounds. What you can do. The question you might be asking right now is, what can I do to protect myself from these banned ingredients? While we can't immediately control what food companies put in their products, we don't have to eat them, and there are steps you can take to make healthier, safer food choices wherever you live. Here are some things you can do to make sure the food you eat is as safe as possible. Read all food labels carefully, get familiar with these banned ingredients and their alternative names linked here, and look for them on packaged foods. Eat minimally processed, or even better, whole organic foods as much as possible. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, and grains won't have the long list of ingredients that packaged and processed foods often do. Cook at home as much as you can. This way you have more control over the food you're eating. You know exactly what ingredients are being used and can decide to eat foods that best align with your values as much as possible. Say no to GMOs and to the products of factory farms. And sign petitions. This is a great way to get involved in public food policy, and you don't even have to leave your house. One of my favorite places to find and sign petitions is the Center for Food Safety website linked here. The good news is you don't have to wait for the US FDA or USDA to change policy for you to make informed choices about what you eat and feed to your family. Every bite you take is a chance to take a stand for a safer and healthier life. You just listened to 11 Banned Foods Americans Should Stop Eating, Part 2 by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson. Please share this episode with anyone who might benefit, and thanks for listening.